England even after the Patriots drafted Mac Jones. That doesn't mean Cam's job is safe. As Bill Belichick made it clear, both guys are in a healthy battle. The six-time Super Bowl winning coach told reporters, quote, competition makes us all better. So it's been healthy, and we'll see how it goes. LeVar, who do you think will start week one for the Patriots, and who do you think should start week one?
I believe Cam will be starting week one for the Patriots for obvious reasons. I think as it stands right now, he still is the undisputed leader in that locker room and to those players. But by all accounts given, the amount of reps that Mac Jones has been taking will lead you to believe that, well, they want to see more of him. They want to see if they can trust him. They want to see where he is in terms of how far along is he in being able to basically navigate with an NFL offense. So those are all good indicators. The more a coach wants to see you with first reps, if it's not an injury-related situation with Cam not taking as many reps, that's different. But regardless of if it is, you preserving Cam and not overusing him, overexerting him to make sure he's okay and ready to go come regular season, health-wise, it's still great for Mac Jones to get those reps to show, improve, to learn, build trust with his teammates, build a rapport, build a reputation. All of those things matter when trying to gain a position as important as the quarterback's position. That's a daunting task for Mac Jones to be able to beat out Cam at this point in time. But to get that many reps, to get as much run with the first team as Jones has been getting, there should be indications that he is doing well enough where he's not a scout team guy, because in the NFL, the starting quarterback gets all of the reps. That's it. Like, you could get garbage time reps here and there. It might be one or two, reps per period that you get as a garbage time guy. To get just as many or more reps than what the perceived starter is getting, there's something there that you got to look at. You got to pay attention to it.
Look, it's obviously hard to answer who will and should start without us being there, really seeing who's looking better in practice. But if we go on the assumption that Mac Jones getting the bulk of the reps, getting maybe almost twice as many reps as Cam Newton is getting, let's go on the assumption that that means he's throwing the ball better, he's looking better, he's getting, reading things better. Then I think they should go with Mac Jones. And I would say I think Cam's going to probably end up being the starter. But if Mac is looking better, then Bill Belichick has shown he's going to do what's best for the team. Like, this goes way back, but when Drew Bledsoe got hurt, he was making tons of money. He was a four-time All-Pro, I believe, at that point. And Tom Brady was a nobody. But Tom Brady had him winning. So when Drew came back, Belichick stood his ground and stuck with Tom Brady because that was best for the team. So I think, as much as he likes Cam, and he clearly likes Cam, and you're right, LeVar, I mean, Cam has won that locker room over. He won it over a year ago in quick fashion. But still, if Belichick thinks Mac Jones looks better, then he's going to be the starting quarterback, and he should. We saw the comparisons to Tom Brady. Obviously, that's just woefully premature and probably ridiculous. But if they think he looks good, they're built to win. All that spending they did in the offseason, Belichick's not trying to go 7-8 again or 7-9 again. All right, he's trying to win and get in the playoffs. He saw what Tom Brady just did. And so if Mac Jones gives him the best opportunity, he will, I think, be the starter. And he should be, because he's the future. Or if he's not the future, you got to find out. Okay, because they probably think they've got their quarterback. So find out. See what he does this season. And if he, so going into next season, do we need to look at drafting another guy or trading for or signing a quarterback in free agency? Or is Mac our man? So the sooner he's out there and ready to go, the better, so they can find that out.
Yeah, I'll go with should be Cam, and reluctantly I'm going to say it will be Cam. And LeVar, you made a good note on the splitting the reps in preseason here in practice. If you look at San Francisco, right, they drafted Trey Lance 3rd overall. he's taken one snap with the first team. Now, Trey Lance is a lot younger. Remember, he's only 21 years old. Mac Jones turns 23, but right before week 1 or during week 1. So this is a mature kid in Mac Jones. And when he got to Alabama, he was a 5th-string quarterback, 5th on the depth chart. And then, you know, good fortunes happen, and he rises up and becomes a superstar. But some of the writing on the wall for Cam is not good. The amount of reps that Mac Jones is getting right now. And remember, last year, Cam had opening week like no talent on the skill positions. Like, they have 3 new starting wide receivers this year, 2 new starting tight ends. All those guys were not there last year. Like, Mac Jones is coming in and getting to drive around a really nice car. Cam went there and had a hoopty. It was not good last year. They had the COVID opt-outs on defense. He never really had a chance. I know he has a year in the Josh McDaniels system, and that should give him an edge. But as Broussard alluded to, like, Bill Belichick doesn't go drafting quarterbacks in the first round often. He got Mac Jones because he clearly likes him. It feels like it might be sooner than later that Mac Jones takes the reins in New England. And I kind of feel bad for Cam because, as LeVar said, this is an alpha. He has walked in the locker room. People love him. They respect him. They look up to him. Mac Jones, a little more sheepish, doesn't have the big stature puffing out his chest. This is suddenly a really fascinating situation in New England. I worry how the locker room will handle that if, for some reason, Mac Jones is the starting quarterback in week 1 against the Dolphins. Now, that game is in New England, and if you look at what Brian Flores, remember, a very good defensive coach in New England, Brian Flores confounded Justin Herbert. His worst game last year as a rookie was against the Dolphins. It was in Miami. So because of that, I don't think Mac Jones starts week 1 against Flores.
I think there's still some other issues that have to be taken into consideration when looking at who you're going to start for this team. This is still a fragile team. I mean, let's be clear and let's be honest. It's a fragile team from the departure of Tom Brady last season and them winning a Super Bowl with Tom Brady in Tampa. If you don't think that played on the players in New England, the McCourtys, the longtime, leaders in that locker room, I can guarantee you it did have an impact on them. Now, Bill Belichick has to be more of a manager of emotions and personalities, maybe for the most that he's ever had to do during his coaching career. This is a team that needs to have moral wins. They need to have a definitive step in the right direction from what took place last year. I find it hard to believe with the hole that Tom Brady left in that organization with his departure, that, by the way, if we are measuring out and looking at it from a critical eye, Cam did a hell of a job making sure that team had some type of glue, composure, stayed together as a group through all of the adverse situations that they found themselves in, including him getting caught up with the COVID. So, in the end, Cam did a whole lot for this organization in a very, very transformational moment of time for the organization. So I think that Cam has to be the starter. No matter what Mac does, I think Cam still has to be the starter, and it has to play out during the course of the season. I don't think that it's a week 1 decision where you put Mac Jones in there unless Mac Jones is playing at such a high level. And that would be shocking to me, that you're playing at such a high level that you take the chance of losing that locker room by starting a rookie over an established leader that probably, in a lot of ways, based off of what he's accomplished with the Patriots, with his resume, should have the opportunity to at least start the season off and see how far he can lead them before you make the decision to move on to a different quarterback.
Obviously, LeVar, I haven't been in locker rooms like you have. But if Mac Jones is out there looking great, and you kind of alluded to it, but I don't know if it has to be quite as high and dynamic as you're saying. If he's out there clearly outplaying Cam, then I would imagine that locker room is like, yo, he's ready. They know he's the quarterback of the future. He's ready.
Then
I think they would be on board with it.
Practice reps are different.
I'm with you.
Practice reps are they're perceived a little differently.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they're perceived.
We'll see what happens in the preseason.
Yeah.
But if Cam, look, I would love for Cam. I thought he'd have a really big bounce back year